All right, so yes, first period is very excited to be recorded. All right, we're going to be solving inequalities using addition and subtraction. Now, very easily, solving inequalities is done when it's involving addition and subtraction is done exactly the same as equations. Okay? We're going to use inverses. So if it's addition, we'll subtract. If it's subtraction, then we'll add. Again, showing your work is important. I want to see how we're getting this. Because after today and tomorrow, doing one-step inequalities, we're going to go into two-step inequalities. Okay? And right now, we're just going to practice one step involving nothing more than addition and subtraction. Sound good? And should remind us of our equations from last semester. All right, we're going to go to page 354 in our book. So if you don't have your book, just know where it is in your book, and then you can just transpose everything later. So inequalities are very similar to what? Something else that starts with an E. Equations. Except they don't have an equal sign. They get those fun greater than, less than signs. All right, so on page 354, we're going to start with question number 4. It's got 3 parts. And it says to solve, then graph. On Friday, all we did was graph. And we wrote them. But if you notice, from Friday's lesson, it would have x is greater than 7. X is less than 2. When we get into these, there's an operation involved. You cannot graph if there's an operation in the problem. Okay? We want it back down to what we were doing Friday with a variable, the inequality sign, and a number. So we're going to start with A. And we have x plus 5. What symbol is that? X plus 5 is greater than 3. And just like our equations, I'm going to draw my lines. I'm not going to change anything up. I'm going to keep it exactly what we were doing with those equations. Now, this problem has a plus 5 with your x. How are you going to get rid of the plus 5? Good. We're going to minus 5 on both sides of our inequality. What happens on the left? They cancel out. Plus 5 and minus 5 cancel out, and I'm left with just x. I'm going to bring down my inequality sign. Very good. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. I've solved it. Now I can graph. This is what we were working with on Friday. X is greater than negative 2. So for my graph, I'm going to, why an open circle, Emery?
Because it doesn't have the line underneath.
Very good. There's no line under the sign, so I'm just going to leave it an open circle on negative 2 because that's my solution. And since x is greater than negative 2, which direction does my arrow go? It's going to go to the right to my bigger numbers. And it does not matter how far you put your arrow. It doesn't have to be a certain length and size because the arrow tells me it goes on for forever. Okay? Difficult and horrible? Nah. Just like the equations.
It'll be the same thing with the line underneath and how we got to that.
Correct. It'd be exactly the same if there was a line underneath your sign. All right, let's go to B. All right, we have x plus 5. Now, what is the symbol that we have? X plus 5 is? Less than or equal to 3. Very good. All right, I'm going to draw my lines. And now I'm going to solve my inequality just like I would an equation. I need to get rid of the plus 5. How will we do that? We'll subtract the 5. What do we have on the left side of the inequality now? Just the x, because the plus 5 and the minus 5 zero out. They cancel out. You have x. I'm going to bring down my inequality symbol. 3 minus 5 is? All right. So this is my solution. How do I read the solution? X is less than or equal to negative 2. Now we're going to graph it. How do we graph x is less than or equal to negative 2? All right. Why a closed circle on negative 2? And closed just means we color it in. It could be equal to it because of the line, so we color it in. Now, which direction will my arrow go? It's going to go to the left. Because x is everything that's less than negative 2 or equal to negative 2. So my answer to this problem could be negative 2. Could be negative 2.5. It could be negative 1,000. Anything that's
negative.
What about negative 1?
No.
So can it
be negative 0 because negative 0 is not a thing.
That's true.
My teacher last year said it was a bad word.
All right, let's look at C. Oh my. We see the fraction negative 3 over 2, but what can we do with negative 3 over 2?
Divide. Plus 1.5.
It can be 1 1/2 or it can be 1.5. Rewrite it. Make it something that you would rather work with. So x minus, we can use 1.5. What is the inequality symbol that's in this problem? It's the less than symbol. Negative 3. I'm going to place my lines here. Now I have to get rid of the minus 1.5. I'm going to add 1.5. All right. Minus 1.5 and plus 1.5, those cancel. Leaves x. I bring down my inequality symbol. And what is negative 3 plus 1.5? Negative 1.5. All right. So our solution is x is less than negative 1.5. Now, how in the world do I graph this when there ain't no fractions on here or decimals?
So in between the one.
Put in the middle of negative 1 and negative 2.
Ah, very good. Between negative 1 and negative 2. Now, will this be an open or closed circle?
It will be open.
It's going to be an open circle. And we will put our arrow to the left.
I love that song.
Very good. We comfortable with this? Very.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's slap a word problem into this.
Oh, Lord.
This is kind of where you were going with the challenge problem on Friday night's homework. So this might help us kind of, if you made any mistakes on that, go back and kind of check it out. No, none of us do. All right, Eleanor is driving below the speed limit on a highway. We need to write the inequality to show how much faster Eleanor can drive without going over the speed limit. All right, let's start with the inequality. What does a speed limit tell us?
How fast you need to go.
How fast you can go.
Right.
So
Less than or equal to.
Eleanor's speed has to be
Less than or equal to.
less than or equal to the 55.
55.
Okay, so less than or equal to the 55. What is her current speed?
43.5. That's really good speed.
All right, so is she going the speed limit?
No.
No, it doesn't. We read from left to right.
She's going the recommended speed limit.
She's under the speed limit, so it's okay. But can she increase her speed? Okay, so she can increase her speed by something. Almost there. So this is I have no idea how a remote just got connected to my stuff. That's so weird. Okay. So our inequality, you've got Eleanor's speed of 43.5. She can increase it by some amount, but she must remain less than or equal to the 55 speed limit. That's what our inequality is. Now you have to solve it. So x plus 43.5 is less than or equal to 55. How do we go about solving this?
You subtract on both sides, which cancels out the 43.5 on that side.
Good.
And then 55 on this 43.5.
We're going to subtract. Hold up just a second there. Okay, you said these cancel out, which is perfect. We're left with x. And then how much? 11.5. So x is less than or equal to 11.5. So what does this tell us about Eleanor and her speed?
She's pretty good.
She's good at driving.
What can she do with her speed?
She can go
She can go faster, but she can only go up to how much more fast?
11.5.
She can go 11.5 miles per hour more. Anything less? Yes. Anything more?
No.
Legally, no.
Unless she wants a ticket.
Yeah, unless she wants a ticket. Very good. Okay, I want you guys, I'm going to give you just a couple minutes. I want you to do question numbers 6 through 10. 4 solve and graph, and then 1 word problem.